This is Ola, man of prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number One Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.
You're going to need your energy. I hope you've had something to drink. It's about to get serious. Experience 20. It's about to get heavily energetic. It's about to go to that place that Solomon went to. That place that David went to when he danced in that particular way. The man I'm about to bring you is energetic. He's passionate. He is focused. He is in love with Jesus. And he loves to praise his God. Ladies and gentlemen, shout, give me chance. I want to praise my God. As you make welcome, Bidemi Olaupa. The Bible says, lift up your heads, all ye gates, be lifted up, ye everlasting doors, that the King of glory shall come in. Experience 20. Harana Shatan. Make some more. The Bible says, let the people praise thee, oh God. The earth shall yield and increase. Oh my God. The redeemed of the Lord shall return with singing unto Zion. Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. You are at experience 20. Yes, sir. You will be alive to see experience 21. Yes, sir. Wherever you are, if you are that person, all over this arena, jump up on your ayeka. Jump up. You are here go. Jump. You made heaven and the earth, your beginning and the end. Your words are full of wonders. Your maker and no guess another. My Jesus, I'm gonna take my joy, salute you. Listen, you are sitting in heavenly places far away. And I'm gonna shout hallelujah every day. I'm gonna tell my joy, salute you. Raise and everybody. You get something in your hand. Oh yeah, come and see. Testimonies will shake out. Testimonies, yeah, come. Come and see. Testimonies will shake out. 1, 2. You are my melody and my song. I'll forever praise your name. 1, 2. Testimonies people talk about. I'll be a huracán, testimonies people are not loved here. I can't tell what you been see. Ọlọ́run tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ìgbà òṣèré, orí kàwé títí. Ọkọ̀, yẹ́yẹ́. For the many things you have done, I have come to say thank you. Raise on. For the many things you have, raise on. I have come to say thank you. For the many things you have done, all over this I have come to say thank you. For the many things you have done, for the many, I have come to say thank you. Listen. The Bible says, let every everything that has breath. Praise the Lord. Wherever you are, lift your hands, lift your hands. Raise them, raise them, raise them, raise them. You are the God that changes it all. You are the God that changes it all. Socale, 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 socale. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen. Raise up, raise up. Put it up, put it up. Yahweh. Yahweh. God. My God. God glory. Yahweh. Extend. Yahweh. Everybody, let's go. Everybody, one time, one time, two times. Listen, anything you don't want to get in your life, begin to blow them away, blow them away, blow them away. Anybody that says you will not see December 31st, Holy God! The Bible says it fixes my hands for war and my fingers for battle. Do like this, do like this, do like this. One time, two times, one time. I still say one time, four times, one time, six times. Tell them on make way. One time, eight times. One time. Now you are going 10 times. 1, 2, go. Rest up, rest up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump. I got a reason to. Everybody. I got to bring the Lord. Raise on. September, Costa, Tapa, again. Oh, you shout. I guess so. I present myself to you. Separated. I guess so. Raise on. I present myself to you. Are you ready? Separated. Are you not seeing? Are you blessing the one? Are you blessing the one? It's really sweet. My God. My God. Who they talk, waiting God to talk. Who they talk, waiting God to talk. That's serious. So. Yes, sir. Waiting God to I said, who they yan, waiting God no dog. So, everybody. He's singing what? Nobody ever say, everybody go line up. Everybody go line up. On a single file, ladies and gentlemen. It is meant for those who defeat, and trouble is given to those who want trouble. For the joy of the Lord give me strength to jump over Peter. Who did this speech for me? Who did this speech for us? Experience strength in my soul. Any preach where they did for me? Maybe now your bestie, now you the gamo. Maybe now your landlord, now you the gamo. Any preach where they did for me? Jump, mama, jump, mama, jump, mama. Ah, yeah. Any preach where they did for me? Hold your neighbor on a single file. Tell your neighbor, say my neighbor. My neighbor. At this junction, you are not permitted to stay in one place. Tell your neighbor, say make way, make way. Make sure you leave wherever you are standing. Oh, yeah, say, the nations are waiting. The people are calling. The master is in. So I place my hand to the one who was talking. And we make this. We be ready. The nations are waiting. The people are calling. The master is in. So I place my hand to the one who was talking. And we make this. How we make Jesus. You are promised me. Raise up. I promise you. I promise you. Chocolate, chocolate. Break the chocolate. Promise keeper. I am. If me a great body for the world, if me a great body for the world. Do like this. Satan, the number you are calling is not available. The number you are calling is not available. Raise up. Satan, the number you are calling is not available. The number you are calling is not available. One time. Hello. I'm not available. Now only got me my call. One time. I see. You are eminently good. Immaculately beautiful. I can go on and on. My words are not enough, Olorun. My vocabulary will fail me. Permit me to cry out. Everybody! When you shout, if I say, Viva, who they talk, waiting God don't talk. Bring out your force and put on the light. Raise them. Experience 20. The kind of alert you have never received before. Before the end of December, that alert will enter your phone. Raise them. Thank you so much, the Metropolitan Pastor Paul. Thank you so much, Pastor Ifeanyi, for this awesome privilege. Can you make some noise and say thank you, Jesus? Thank you, Jesus. Now raise up. This is beautiful. This is the glory of the Lord. Raise up. I say, waiting God to raise up. He said, thank you. God bless you.
This is Ola Akman of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife, Lola, and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number 1 Red Flag, yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Good to see you. My name is Ola, coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome. Yes, I played that. We'll play a jar all the way, like almost 20 minutes. That's because I really, really enjoyed that performance. So, yes, I was the one that declared it the best performance of 2025, the experience, the 20th anniversary of the House on the Rock, Pastor Paula De Farason's The Experience. So that's one of my favorite shows of the December period. So I watched my favorites among them all yesterday. I saw the Bidemi Olaba, the one you just watched. Hey, not too good to see you. Babes, it's good to see you. I saw that one. I saw Meshi Chinwo, it's one of my favorites. I saw Moses Bliss, one of my favorites. I even saw the Israel one. I think I like the Israel one as well. I saw who else did I see that I really like? Aporo was good. Who else did I see? All right. So I haven't finished watching it, okay? Yeah. But that's one of my favorite shows of the year. So but the best performance is Bidemi Olaba. So go check it out, anyway, welcome back. We have the story to cover today. We're going to try to be on time. I just wanted to bring this to your everybody. I've been talking about this all day long. If you've been on social media, you've seen people talking about it. Shout out to Eyesight. She also shared it with me, so I want us to talk about it. Yeah, I'm talking about this young man who came to tell us the story about his brother, this guy right here. Yeah, he came to tell us some story about his brother. I wanted to explore it. I want to explore it. It's a story about a guy who forgave his wife multiple times, but then the wife ended up accusing him of gape. So, and this happened in the UK, and we're going to listen to him and explore it, but explore what he said. But if we have time, we'll explore some other sides of this story as well. But wait till me, my microphone. They say my microphone is on the wrong microphone. Let's see. You guys should hear me better now, right? I hope you can hear me better. All right. So yeah, so we're just gonna jump right in. Let's play. I'm gonna play it all the way complete, and then I will start playing it slowly, and I will dissect everything he has to say. Um, yeah, let's see what we do with it. But I want to hear your thoughts. If you want to jump in and chime in on it, I already pinned the link to the top. Feel free. Okay, so feel free to. Did I pin it to? Let me post it to Facebook just in case. So if you're on Facebook or Instagram and you want to chime in, I'm going to post the link. If you decide you want to call in, feel free. Let me see if I'm able to do that on Instagram. Okay. Yep. Let's see. Post. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if it's clickable though, but let me post it to Facebook, and then we'll take. But it's pinned to the top on YouTube, just in case you're wondering. So without any further ado, let's dive. Let's dive. Let's. What do you call it? Let's dive in. Wait, where is it? I don't even know how to do this thing. It's wala kini po, man. I wanted to make it bigger. Oh, Facebook won't let me post it. Sorry. I'm sorry, yo. But let's listen to this young man. Let's see what he has to say. I'm gonna play it completely, and then we'll start dissecting it. Listen carefully. I may not be able to play this over and over again. Hello, Biba. Good to see you, Biba.
Okay. Uh, Good evening, everybody. My name is Brian Dennis. Over the past couple of days, I'm receiving lots of messages, questions about the whole story that I got on Instablog about my brother and his wife that accused him of rape in the UK. All right. So I just wanted to, I didn't want to respond because I had not heard from him, and then we spoke today, and he was able to provide clear context, all right, about the whole issue. And his phone was seized. All right, we both know that if you're dealing with a criminal investigation in the UK, they'll take your phone as part of investigation. So, but he's been able to get a hold of his phone, and then we spoke. And I'm just going to give you a summary of everything without wasting your time. Now, my brother got married in December, the love of his life. He's known this girl for 6 years. All right, he's known her for 6 years. So it's not like he just met her somewhere. He's known her for 6 years. they were together. They've known each other for 6 years. Okay, I just wanted to stress that rather. Now, 2 days after the wedding, he found intimate pictures, videos that she was exchanging with her ex-boyfriend. His name is Desmond, in the UK. All right, in the UK. Her ex stays in the UK. She and this guy are they're exchanging nudes, they are talking and everything. He found out 2 days after the wedding. 2 days. Now, he also found out that this man had been processing visa for his new wife, this Desmond with the UK. Now, this Desmond is married though. He's married to a wife. He has a wife there in the UK, a Nigerian in the UK that he's married to. But he processed visa for this babe. This is my brother's wife. So my brother's wife found out he was devastated. But of course, he didn't want to cancel the wedding. He didn't want to say I'm not married again, of which I know so many men will do, including me. He didn't do that. He said, okay, just cut off communication. The man requested he said he cut off communication from this guy. That's all I asked for. We are married now. And the woman kneels down and say, oh, I will do that. His wife said, I will not do again and everything. And that's how the matter ended. And the man requested a refund from UK visas, and they gave him his refund, I think. And yes, I'm going to put up, I have the screenshot for that. He gave him back his refund. Now, as of September this year, she gave birth. She had moved to the UK already. She gave birth. Now, before we go to the birth part, after they had moved to the UK, they go work now. All right. She's a dependent. She never get work yet. He found out that she had resumed talking to this Desmond again with the UK. Look, that was processing her visa for her. She had resumed talking to him. They started doing those crazy things. They exchanged this thing. So it was like, what the fuck is going on? And then she said, hey, in short, her UK number, which she just get, she knows on the text time already. Hey, what's good? She said, I'm sorry. And then she blocked him again. Now, all right, life goes on. By September, just about 3 months ago, she gave birth. Okay, and out of some curiosity, because we're in that era where DNA and everything, out of some curiosity, he went to do a DNA test. All right, I'm going to put the result on the screen. He did a DNA test, and the DNA test confirmed that he's not the biological father of this child. Okay, he was devastated. He was calm about it. He reached out to about 3 family members, close friends, and then because of how the situation is in the UK, they told him, see, don't do anything yet. Just be calm about it. Just take time, all right? And so talk to more people, try to pick brains, and so he reached out to his pastor, and then his pastor said, see, the pastor said, okay, see, go and protect your family. All right. So he resolved in his heart he was going to forgive her. Although the people that were advising were like, see, the guy go tell her the matter, she will go bring one false charge against you. All right. But he wasn't worried about that. He decided to forgive her. And then he went home on the 27th, in November. No, it's sometime in October, rather. Sometime early November, rather. He confronted her, told her, see, I know this child is not my own. You showed her the DNA test result. I know this child is not my own, but I forgive you. The only thing you go do for me is that this child will not stay with us. Because I'm a student, yet I'm working, you're not working. I cannot now be doing childcare for a child that is not my own. The expenses is too much for a young man. And it was like, okay, I'm going to work, think about it, and then let me know what happened. And when I come back, we'll talk. And she will now confess who she suspects is the real father. My brother even called the man. And you know the funny part? The real father of the child back in Nigeria here is also a married man with 2 children. Apparently, she had sex with him 1 week before their wedding. Hey! 1 week before their wedding, she had sex with him and then got married to my brother about 1 week later. Now, my brother called him and said, oh, no quarrel. See, if I say you're picking, you get picking here, how we go do? And my brother said, hey, we're going to send the child over and then if you want to do your own DNA test to ascertain whether or not you get them or not, also do your own. But this speaking no go stay with me. He was pretty calm about it. There was no violence. And then he even told his wife that, see, plenty people just make her not tell you this matter because they fear say you go report me to, you go bring up one allegation or another allegation because the fear say I go remove you from visa and everything. I'm not going to do all of that. Okay, I'm not going to do all of that. I forgive you, but I cannot raise I cannot be hustling and taking care of a child that is not biologically mine. Forget the fact that he has been betrayed. This was, this was the highest character he showed. All right. Now, he went to work on the 27th of November. That was 27th of November. He came back from work, and there were police officers in the house, and they arrested him. And these were the charges. He was taken to cell, and these are the charges: rape of an adult 18 plus. And this is the byline of the rape. Consent was given for sex, but consent was not given for ejaculation. Husband and wife. Consent was given for sex, but the wife says she no give him consent for him to ejaculate. What the fuck is that? Anyway, he was arrested. He spent one night in jail and was granted bail. And the bail condition was that he should not near his own house until 26th of January. These are part of the bail conditions.
Hey, Marriott.
Fucking crazy, yeah? Now, here's the twist. Okay? And I'm saying, we know this now because she came and confessed. Now, after my brother had confronted her about this child, you know what she did? She called, as he confronted her and went to work, she called her ex. Okay, that's this Desmond guy. She called this Desmond guy. And now what did this Desmond, and told this Desmond guy everything. See what happened. Desmond and his wife. That's this Desmond that she's exchanging sensitive pictures with. She called him and told him and his wife. I'm not sure his wife knows that that the woman and the man they do something. So he told him everything. And then the wife is like, now this kind of thing they fear you. Something will go find one allegation, lay against them. He go just spend one night for say. So by the time he come back from say, he go calm down. Anything they tell him to do, he go do. So now waiting they run. So they don't down for one of their person away from Nigeria too. Can you imagine? And we know this because she confessed it. She confessed to my brother. So they now told her that, see, here's what we are going to do. Now, I didn't state this, but when he found out that she was chatting with this same Desmond with her UK number, it got so bad that at a point, he said, okay, let me buy you a new phone. Collected our old phone and bought her a new phone. And there was one, bought her a new phone. Now, so when they tell this Desmond and his wife the matter of the accusation, the one where she don't catch her now, she don't talk and Desmond say, and the wife want to say, okay, they go Adam saying a coercive behavior, saying they coercive, and then she make add rape. So they told her to do all this. In fact, she was so scared that she was like, this thing is looking very serious. They told her, no, say I just after one day go calm down, one justice and humble him. And she followed them and did this. And he was arrested. And these are the things that came after his arrest. He lost his job. Immediately, he was suspended from work immediately. Now, his DBS was updated. For those of you in the UK, you know what more that DBS means, that a rape charge has been added to his record in the country. What that means is that he cannot work in some places again for his life just because of that charge. Now, and where he works before this charge happened was he works with children. He was immediately suspended. Sharp, no time. Now, he didn't have anywhere to go. He started doing Ogwaja work in the UK. They work for factory. They do this. That's what he was doing. Even that's what he's still doing up till now. Now, when the arrest had been done, he was granted bail without his phone. Of course, he had to be using people's messenger to chat to me and talk to me and tell me what's going on. All right. So she was now like, and in this report where she give police, she know how the DNA. Now when my brother and the lawyer did this thing, they can't tell police everything. So even then they were like, met police were like, this kind of matter be this ejaculation without as in consent for ejaculation. All right. So but bottom like especially in a married couple. So, let me move forward. Time no day. So eventually it was even what we now know is that it was even the Desmond himself that sent the report to police. That got her a lawyer, sent the report to police. Now, as they were doing that one, as they granted him bail, investigation is still going on. They now told her that, see, this two don't do your husband, so you don't lose your job. This thing, he go remove you from the visa. Or this is what we will now do. They started planning how she will get asylum. They told her that okay, they will apply for asylum for her. They will add that. They came up with something that they apply for housing from housing council too. Then they said something very, very, very crazy that she will have to fake a phone call with somebody in Nigeria. Now she will record this phone call, and then this phone call, the person will shout, say, "Shebi, now you go report our brother to police. Anything make you come Nigeria, we go kill you." This was what they were contriving as evidence they will use to apply for asylum, and we know this because she confessed it. Because the matter don't reach where we are getting to it. Can you imagine how crazy, how sinister people can be? Jesus. Okay. Bottom line is that even when my brother was living on the streets, looking for money, doing all sorts of work just to this thing, they were still contriving, thinking of more ways. And then she started, I don't know, she started seeing something sinister. Why husband and wife, they more interested in seeing her own marriage end. Even after the man just saying Ingo continue the marriage. I think at some point she said she needed to do again. And then she went to the police and withdrew the charges, and then called him and told him she has dropped the charges and confessed and told him everything that I'm not telling, some of the things that I'm not telling you. That's where we are. And it's sad because this man has lost his job. He has lost his job. His DBS has been updated. Remember now, police no drop the charge. Now she go withdraw the charge. What that means is that in their head, maybe they settled out of court, but in the record, they just say he was accused of rape. It is insane. It is fucking insane, guys. Why? Look at the extent people go. And it's so sad that these false rape allegations is making it hard for even real victims to come out and speak. When they are not real victims, nobody go answer them. Why are you people doing this? So this is where we are. Of course, we are taking legal action against Desmond, Sci-Fi, and even the wife. That's where we are. You have ruined my brother's life, destroyed his reputation, fucked up his mental health. He's a total mess right now. Even when they make this video, I'm a total mess. I cannot believe that people have the heart to sit down, to contrive these machinations, this wickedness. It is insane. It is fucking insane.
All right, everybody. Welcome back. I'm gonna pay some bills and get ready because we have to talk. I'll be right back. This is Ola, man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number 1 Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here. All right, welcome back, everybody. So, like I said, let me just read some of the chats, then I'll go bit by bit. Luremi said, Desmond the Planan. B-Bar says, wow. He seized her phone. Is that what you believe? Or was that said? Me, I'm about to listen carefully now. There's something detailed that I don't hear when I listen to stuff the first time, you know. Toby says she and Desmond don't do blood oath. Okay. All right. So Mario says, is that how they bring up fake charges? You know, the charge was quite interesting. You know, The charge was consent to sex, but no consent to ejaculation. That part took me out, but I don't know, man. So let's listen carefully now. Mara says, "What is especially a married couple? Uh, Grape is marriage in marriage is a crime in developed nations. He needs to stop." You know, there's something here. There's the Bible verse. Let me read this to you, right? Bible verse, 1 Corinthians 7:5, that a lot of people actually like to quote. It says, do not deprive each other, except perhaps by mutual consent. So the consent should come in depriving, in declining, or the consent should come in that, not the other way around, if you know what I mean. It says, except by mutual consent, or for a time, so that you may devote yourself to a prayer. Then come together again, so that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control. So a lot of people make this a very powerful reference for consent, but in the other way around, meaning if you're not going to do, make sure there's consent. Not if you are going to do, make sure there's consent. So as you can imagine, people will manipulate this and weaponize this as much as they want. But I have some questions for you, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies, if I see a gentleman, I will address them. All right, for you ladies. All right, so let's see here. So let me play this one time. I want us to hear it, again, and then let's see if we can pick up some things. That's just the one thing I remember. Consent to sex, but no consent. That's the charge. Is there where you are? Do they make charges like is that a possible thing? Is there such a thing as a charge? Anyway, let's listen in.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Brian Dennis. Over the past couple of days, I've been receiving lots of messages, questions about the whole story that I got on Instablog about my brother and his wife that accused him of rape in the UK. All right, so I just wanted to, I didn't want to respond because I had not heard from him, and though we spoke today, and he was able to provide clear context, all right, about the whole issue. And his phone was seized. All right, we both know that if you're dealing with a criminal investigation in the UK, they'll take your phone as part of investigation. So, but he's been able to get a hold of his phone, and then we spoke. And I'm just going to give a summary of everything without wasting your time. Now, my brother got married in December, the love of his life. He's known this girl for 6 years. All right, he's known her for 6 years. So it's not like he just met her somewhere. He's known her for 6 years. They were together. They've known each other for 6 years. Okay, I just wanted to stress that rather.
All right, so now they've known each other for 6 years. Were they dating for all of the 6 years, or they've known each other for 5 years, 11 months, and 23 days, and then they started dating like yesterday, and then they got married today? That known each other for 6 years, I'm picking up his word very importantly because this guy is being detailed with his words. So what does that mean? They know each other for 6 years exactly. Not that it will matter. You should never falsely accuse anybody. Let me just say that right off the bat right now. You should never, if you falsely accuse anybody, you belong in jail for the rest of your life. Unfortunately, we don't have laws that will probably do that yet. So let's be guarded, right? But anyway, no one should do that. That is absolutely evil to do that. But as usual, there's more to this story because I know you guys don't want me to shut off the show just because I say that, right? It's the truth, right? But there's more to the conversation, so let's keep having it. Let's keep going. So 6 years or 5 years and 23 days and 11 months. Which one is it? Let's keep going.
Now, 2 days after the wedding, he found intimate pictures, videos that she was exchanging with her ex-boyfriend.
2 days after the wedding.
Desmond, in the UK. All right, in the UK. This ex stays in the.
Please don't go and be looking at Desmonds in the UK sideways, so thinking they're the one. That this guy is throwing out names. There's only so many Desmonds that we all know. I know one Desmond. It's a celebrity. His name is Desmond Elliott. Don't go and be looking at Desmond sideways. Or some of you might know 10 Desmonds. I don't know, but I only know one Desmond. Do I know another? Okay, I think I might know another Desmond, a childhood friend. But anyway, Let's keep going.
The UK. She and this guy they're exchanging nudes, they are talking and everything. He found out 2 days after the wedding. 2 days. Now, he also found out that this man had been processing visa for his new wife, this Desmond with the UK. Now, this Desmond is married though. He's married he's married to a wife. He has a wife there in the UK, a Nigerian in the UK that he's married to. But they process visa for this babe. This is my brother's wife. So my brother's wife found out he was devastated. But of course, he didn't want to cancel the wedding. He didn't want to say, I'm not.
Some people might be like, wait, if he's married, how could he file paper for her? You know, maybe it's just a visiting visa to the UK. From Nigeria, it's just a 6 hours flight. Maybe just a quick flight to come to the hotel. You remember Essie Water? I won't say anything more than that. Maybe just a quick flight to the UK to just come and, you know, enjoy the weekend or something like that. Maybe it's not really much of a big deal. Maybe just a flew out type of situation. You know, when you flew out a person. So don't ask questions that maybe he's married. Maybe it's just a visiting visa. All he said is visa, not paper to stay. Let's keep going.
Or marrying again, of which I know so many men will do, including me. He didn't do that. He said, okay, just cut off communication. The man requested, he said, he cut off communication from this guy. That's all I asked for. We are married now. And the woman kneels down and say, oh, I will do that. His wife say, I will not do again and everything. And that's how the matter ended. And the man requested a refund from UK visas, and they gave him his refund. I think, yes, I'm going to put up, I have the screenshot for that.
So wait, he requested a refund for UK visas, $154 US dollars, and then they approve. Okay, so they're going to UK anyway. After all of this drama, they're going to go JAPA. JAPA is not your mate, right? Even after the news, everybody's dragging each other. JAPA, don't JAPA with your marriage. The marriage will scatter. They all still want to JAPA. That tells you that they all know they are lying to themselves. Let's keep going.
He gave me back his refund. Now, as of September.
Oh, he got a refund. Let's keep going. It doesn't matter. It's not necessary detail.
September this year, she gave birth. She had moved to the UK already. She gave birth. Now, before we go to the birth part, after they had moved to the UK, they go work now. All right. She's a dependent. She never get work yet. He found out that she had resumed talking to this Desmond again with the UK.
Okay, so when they arrived UK, she kept talking to. Is it? Did they say 2 months? I think they said 2 months after UK. They kept talking. Okay, yeah, it's very likely. But again, something is already telling me here that this woman really doesn't want to be with you, but somehow she's been with you for some weird reason. She's staying with you. Maybe she just wants to use you. She just want to take advantage of you, right? So, but she stayed in that relationship. Survivor is a bastard. Survivor will make people still cheat and lie and commit fraud, right? We kind of know that. Even the cleanest of us, right? So, if you don't believe me, it means you are able to survive with no stress. Okay, so just thank your own goodness. Okay, let's keep going.
Look, I was processing a visa for her. She had resumed talking to him. They've started doing those crazy things. They exchange this thing. So he was like, what the fuck is going on? And then she said, hey, in short, her UK number, which she just get, she does on the text time already. Hey, what's good? She said, I'm sorry. And then she blocked him.
Okay, she blocks him one more time. Before we continue, let me come to the chat. I don't want to lose track of you guys. As you know, I love to be in the chat too. All right. Oluremi says, I've never heard of consent not to ejaculate. That's what's up. I'm hearing that. Sister Marriott, according to Toby, says, Sister Marriott, I didn't know there's a difference between consent for sex and consent for ejaculate. I guess we learn every day. He forgave her just like that without therapy. I'm shocked. No, people forgive all the time, believe it or not. Usually with some kind of counsel, though. But people do forgive. But maybe you mean counsel as well, but it can be difficult. Some people will even stay in it. They will say they forgive, but not really. They will keep bringing it up every time they have a altercation. That's what when men say, but she keep bringing it up. But she said she'll forgive me. I said I've changed, right? Yeah. So people do forgive. Sometimes half-ass, sometimes they mean it. Occasionally, people that actually mean it and they've gone past it. Mario says, "Thank God, legal systems are not stuck on third century documents." Rem said, "Desmond has been around before the husband." Because he said they've known each other for 6 years. Known each other or dated for 6 years. Did Desmond leave her in Nigeria and go and marry somebody else in the UK? Maybe the person in the UK is actually the fake one. Remember the story from yesterday? Maybe she's actually the real one. I mean, these stories can take any angle. They come and tell us these stories like we're supposed to just take it on one face value, one side of the story. But this story probably has like a zillion different perspectives to it, right? But let's just work with this, okay? It is evil. Do not accuse anybody falsely, because if you do that, somebody will do it to your son, okay, or your daughter. Mario said there are charges for lying. And Toby says that Desmond was probably her true love, but he was already in another marriage working on his own papers. So she had to marry who was available. Yes. All that is possible. Let's keep going.
Again. Now, all right, life goes on.
He forgave again.
By September, just about 3 months ago, she gave birth.
Oh.
Okay? And out of some curiosity, because we're in that area.
Wait. When did they impregnate themselves? Okay. Let's just say there was a pregnancy by September. I don't know how many months in, but she gave birth. Okay.
Where DNA and everything, out of some curiosity, he went to do a DNA test. All right, I'm going to put the result on the screen.
Wait, did he do? Let me ask you right now, Sile. Okay, Sile. Did he do DNA tests out of curiosity? In your opinion, okay, did he do the DNA out of curiosity? I want to know your thoughts on that one. I'm not going to give you my answer. I want to know your answer.
He did the DNA test, and the DNA test confirmed that he is not the biological father of this child. Okay. Stated he was, but he was calm about it. He reached out to about 3 family members, close friends, and then because of how the situation is in the UK, they told him, "See, don't do anything yet. Just be calm about it. Just take time, all right? And so talk to more people, try to pick brains, and so he reached out to his pastor, and then his pastor said, "See, the pastor said, okay, see, go and protect your family." Right? So he resolved in his heart he was going to forgive her. Although the people that were advising were like, "See, the guy go tell her the matter, she will go bring one false charge against you." Right? But he wasn't worried about that. He decided to forgive her.
So when somebody say, "Hey, forgive, just go back home," you go ask a couple of friends, and the first thing they will ask you is that, you don't want them to bring charges against you, so just accept a child that is not yours. No, not just that, a child as a product of paternity fraud. Just accept it so that nobody can come and accuse you in the nearest future. Hey, I don't know. I'm asking, is this how it works in the world out there? I know it's a crazy world out there. There's something that Ola has never seen before that are happening. Is it happening like that out there? It's up to you to make a choice. Say, hey, make your choice. Do you want to stay here or you want to leave? You have a choice. This person betrayed you. They just say, just forgive them, because they can come back and accuse you of rape. This is how it works in this world. Is that nasty out there? That is crazy work. Let's continue.
And then you went home on the 27th, in November. No, it's sometime in October, rather. Sometime early November, rather. He confronted her, told her, "See, I know this child is not my own." You showed her the DNA test result. "I know this child is not my own, but I forgive you. The only thing you go do for me is that this child will not stay with us. Because I'm a student, yet I'm working, you're not working. I cannot now be doing childcare for a child that is not my own. The expenses." It's
But
too much for a young man.
Or you would spend money for the
And
child.
it was like, okay, I'm going to work, think about it, and then let me know what happened. And when I come back, we'll talk. And she even now confessed who she suspects is the real father.
Mm-hmm.
My brother even called the man. Do you know the funny part? The real father of the child back for Nigeria here is also a married man with 2 children. Apparently, she had sex with him 1 week before their wedding. Hey! 1 week before their wedding, she had sex with him and then got married to my brother about 1 week later.
One week.
My brother called him and said, "Oh, no quarrel. See, if I say you're picking, you get picking here, how we go do?" And my brother said, "Hey, we're going to send the child over."
This brother is such a nice and kind guy. He's actually the one making all of the calls. Okay. Remember, she had sex 1 week before the wedding with this guy. So you pick up the phone, and out of the kindness of his heart, okay, I'm not debunking. I'm just painting a picture here, okay? Because honestly, on the surface level, let me just tell you right now, you might not believe me. On the surface level,
you're right.
This is their story, right? We can't debunk anyway. This is the story. The story is the story. But I'm asking a question, right? We still have kind people in this world. After such a betrayal, he picks up the phone and he starts calling around to find out who impregnated my wife 1 week before my wedding. We're going somewhere. Follow me. Follow us. Follow both of us.
And then, if you want to do your own DNA test to ascertain whether or not you get them or not, also do your own. But this speaking will stay with me. He was pretty calm about it. There was no violence. And then he even told his wife that, see, plenty people just make her not tell you this matter because they fear say you go report me to, you go bring up one allegation or another allegation because they fear say I go remove you from visa and everything. I'm not going to do all of that. Okay, I'm not going to do all of that.
It's not.
I forgive you, but
I won't threaten you to remove your visa. None of that. Okay, I'm not going to threaten to remove your visa. Okay, in fact, I will not make the house hot for you. I will not do that. Okay, I will forgive you. You understand me? I will forgive you. I will not let this house become a furnace burner for you. Okay, we're just going to make sure, Sha. Let's continue.
I cannot be hustling and taking care of a child that is not biologically mine. Forget the fact that he has been betrayed. This was
never mind that.
This was the highest character he showed. All right.
Oh,
now,
good character, man.
He went to work on the 27th of November. That was 27th November. He came back from work, and there were police officers in the house.
All right. So this is 21st or 27th something of November. Remember, the childbirth happened when September. This is at least over a month after now, right? Potentially 2 months after a childbirth happened. Okay. Keep in mind, this woman had been cheating on him he found out 2 days after the wedding that this woman had been cheating. That's when he found out. Okay. They have JAPA to UK now, right? And now, I don't know how many months in between. We kind of missed that. If you caught that part, let me know, because I missed that part. I told you I always miss stuff, right? But they are now in September and then November, 2 months later. Okay, what happened?
And they arrested him. And these were the charges.
Police.
He was taken to cell. And these are the charges.
Charges.
Rape of an adult 18 plus. And this is the byline of the rape.
The byline of the grape. Okay. Again, teach me. I'm not a lawyer. Somebody help me, okay? If you're a lawyer in the overseas, you might be able to tell me more about this, okay? If you're a lawyer abroad, is there such a thing as this type of borderline? They will label it this way. I mean, is that like a side note? It's not a charge, but it's a side note. Let's keep going.
Consent was given for sex, but consent was not given for ejaculation.
What does that look like? Stop! Don't do it. I mean, no, don't come. Don't come. If you come, I will accuse you. What does that look like exactly? They said, ladies, you're accusing people like this these days. Okay. I've seen crazy stuff when it comes to that. So there's no There's no doubt that that is happening. It is sad. We've seen people come out of jail and then they're exonerated a couple of decades later and say, oh, DNA found out that something, 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 that the person is free. We've seen those such stories, okay? But let's look deeper into this situation. No consent to no ejaculation. No consent to ejaculation. Hey,
Husband and wife.
what does that mean, husband and wife? I know what he meant. Okay, it's referencing back to that verse of the Bible. Nigerian men, African men, traditional men, some of them are some of our brothers here in the Yankee, African American men. They like to quote this part of the Bible. What is it again? 1 Corinthians 7:5. Do not deprive each other except perhaps by mutual consent. The consent is the other way around. I said consent. The consent is the other way around. The consent is the other way around. It's only if you are not in the mood, you need to receive consent from me. I don't need to receive consent from you. This is what they are saying. Okay. Do you agree with that or you don't agree with it? Is the Bible, keep in mind, you are disagreeing or agreeing with the Bible. I know some of you have no fear these days anymore, but keep in mind, you are agreeing or disagreeing. With New Testament, don't come back and say, oh no, but that was Old Testament. This is New Testament. This is Apostle Paul saying this, okay? Do you agree or you disagree? I know you have no fear. You will disagree if you want to. But let's continue. That's what I said, like husband and wife. What does that mean? Anyway, let's keep going.
Consent was given for sex, but the wife says she no give him consent for him to ejaculate. What the fuck is that? Anyway,
you're confusing us.
Spent one night in jail and
one night
granted bail. And the bail condition was that he should not near his own house until 26th of January. These are part of the bail conditions. Fucking crazy, yeah? Now, here's the twist.
Tell us.
Okay?
Before he tells us the twist, let me come to the chat. Sorry. Oh, so it's not just me. The timeline. Gigi Money says timeline not adding up. I'm skipping something there, but I don't know. I don't want to make it about that, but me too. I feel that way, but it's a feeling. I can't really pinpoint it. Beaver says, is the father a different man from Desmond? Yes. Now, well, actually, they don't know yet. There's a man that she slept with 1 week before the wedding. Remember, he found out 2 days later that she had been sharing noodles with Desmond in London, in Jan, right? But there's a guy that she slept with 1 week before. And they're just doing their math. They're not too sure. But he, out of the kindness of his heart, he called the man and said, you might want to come and check this child, though. Maybe you want to check, but me, I know. I want to keep my wife, but this child is not mine. Out of the kindness of my heart, I want to keep my wife, but not the child. Anyway, Mary says he was cautioned about reconciling because she could use that against him in the future. Also, it's the other way around. Oh, I missed that. It's possible. So I told you I've been missing stuff. I want you guys to catch it for me. All right, so let's see. He must be such a calm man. I like that word better than kind. Never mind kind and nice. Calm. Let's use calm. He must be such a calm man to have not noticed all the cheating while they were dating. There must be something about her that was hanging on to. Poor fella. Oh, poor guy. Let's see. Ulrami says, I'm telling, it's very crazy out there now. Sounds like terms and conditions for Ashawo things. You do this, I do that. You do that, I transactional. Very soon, you will need to sign document to sleep with someone. Anyway, he said between husband and wife, and you are like this. What does that mean? Right? What does that mean? I think I know what he meant. I think it's that Bible verse. Ask for consent when you're not in the mood. If you know you're about to go 6 months in a sexless marriage, make sure you get consent. You don't need consent for someone to sleep with you, even if you're in your sleep. It's crazy, isn't it? Yes, because you're a wife and you signed your life away. This is what they're suggesting. I didn't say it. Okay. This is what they're suggesting. And they're quoting the Bible that says consent is the other way around. Not if you want ta 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 ta. Let's continue. Let's continue.
And I'm saying, we know this now because she came and confessed. Now, after my brother had confronted her about this child, you know what she did? She called, as he confronted her and went to work. She called her ex.
Which one? Desmond or the one?
That's this Desmond guy.
Okay.
She called this Desmond guy. And now what did this Desmond, and told this Desmond guy everything. Desmond and his wife. That's this Desmond that she's exchanging sensitive pictures with. She called him and told him and his wife. I'm not sure his wife knows that that the woman and the man, they do something.
Probably doesn't know. So, a poor woman too. She probably doesn't know what is happening. He doesn't. She doesn't know.
He told him everything, and then the wife is like, now this kind of thing they fear you. Something we go find one allegation lay against them. He go just spend one night for sale. So by the time he come back from sale,
so Desmond, out of the evil of his mind, he's like, what? Just accuse this guy, spend one night for sale, he could just calm down. That's what I'm interpreting. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Calm down. Anything tell them to do, go do. So now waiting they run. So they don't won't down for one of their person away from Nigeria too. Can you imagine? And we know this because
all of this is coming from the confession. We know this because she's confessing, right?
Confessed it. She confessed to my brother.
Yes.
So they now told her that, see, here's what we are going to do. Now I didn't state this, but when he found out that she was chatting with this same Desmond with her UK number, it got so bad that at a point he said, okay, let me buy you a new phone. Collected our old phone and bought her a new phone. And
okay. This is what Marriott was picking up earlier. At one point, in the spirit of let me keep my family together. This family of one wife that I just married like yesterday, who has not had a child for me, but she's had a child for somebody else from a sex that happened 1 week before. I'm going to take your phone. I'll give you another phone. That doesn't sound like an adult. Okay? The only time we do that in an adult healthy relationship is if I'm buying my wife a gift. Like, yes, our account, our phone, everything is under my account. So it's all one house. There's no division over here, right? So it's all one house. So if I say, hey, we're going to go exchange your phone, even at that, I take her so that they can swipe everything over, all our records, all our work stuff, everything. They'll move everything over so she can, so I don't have to deal with the nonsense of the work that involves transferring one. I haven't done it in a while. Okay, but they have to transfer stuff from one phone to another. If you are dealing with an adult, they kind of have to be there, to make it easier. It's a lot more harder because the phone is a personal gadget. It's like your pata. That's something that many of you don't understand. It's like somebody's underwear. Okay, it's readily available, yes, but it's a private thingy, right? Because you take it everywhere you go. This is our life in the digital era. So if I was buying her a gift, but you take a phone completely away from her. Okay, I understand. She's new. She's new in London. Okay, so there's nothing on the phone anyway. And after all, she's at your mercy. She's still begging you, so you can keep forgiving her. Remember, she offended you. So because you are such a calm man, and now for the first time you're keep putting your foot down so that your wife can finally respect and trust you, right? So take this phone and I'll take your phone back. That sounds like an interesting dynamic. Sounds like you're married to a child, but let's continue. Maybe it's just me. It could just be me. Let's continue.
There was one bought her a new phone. Now, so when they tell this Desmond and his wife the matter of the accusation, the one way she don't catch her now, she don't talk and Desmond say, and the wife want to say, okay, they go Adam saying a coercive behavior, saying they coercive, and then she add rape. So they told her to do all this. In fact, she was so scared that she was like, this thing is looking very serious. They said, no, say that just after one day go calm down, one just use a humble him. And she followed them and did this. And he was arrested.
But what's the need to humble him or humble him if he's already forgiving you? What is going on in that relationship? What do you need to do all of this again? I want to get to the, because again, remember, we already concluded. All of us have concluded that this is a completely evil act that woman committed. It's paternity fraud. She's a cheater. She's a betrayer. All of that. She's a liar. She's a cheat. She's a thief. Right? We've concluded all of that like 1 hour ago. Okay, but let's talk. Let's get a little bit down deeper into what is going on here. Why did she feel the need to go all the way out and destroy this man? Because after all, he's a calm man that has forgiven her to the extent of making phone calls around to even help her find a father for the child. I'm asking for a friend, okay, for us here. I just want to know.
And these are the things that came after his arrest. He lost his job.
Okay.
Immediately, he was suspended from work immediately. Now, his DBS was updated. For those of you in the UK, you know what more that DBS means, that a rape charge has been added to his record in the country.
But was he convicted? Lawyers, please help me here. Because I don't know about what you guys do, but if I were to guess, you need to actually convict a person of a crime. There's a whole process. After there's a charge, they have to find you guilty or innocent. And then if you find you guilty, yes, it can now go on your record. Yes, a charge can go on your record. You can see it publicly, but to be added to some kind of database, what is DBS? Do you mean like database? I mean, there's another acronym for DBS in the UK. Somebody help me with this, because this is very important piece of information here, because something has gone on his record, and he's also lost his job. Oh God, one man. These are village people after him.
That means that he cannot work in some places again for his life, just because of that charge.
Please look out for this information as she's telling us, because she came back and confessed. How did she confess? Was it because a man of God prayed over her? Did she get deliverance or something? How did we get to the confession part? Please, if you catch it, he might not have told you in the story, but I would just like to know how we got to confession, because she confessed. That's how we know all of this, okay?
Now, and where he works before this charge happened was he works with children. He was immediately suspended. Sharp.
No, they might suspend him immediately if there's any kind of case, especially like a grave allegation. Actually, that's true. He might catch all kind of craziness, for such accusations. Just for the accusation, yes, it's possible. Okay, but the added to the record part is a little bit weird. But let's keep going.
No time. Now, he didn't have anywhere to go. He started doing Ogwaja work in the UK. They work for factory. They do this. That's what he was doing. Even that's what he's still doing up till now. Now, when the arrest had been done, he was granted bail without his phone. Of course, he had to be using people's messenger to chat me and talk to me and tell me what's going on. All right. So,
I mean, it depends on how long ago this was. He could get a burner phone, but maybe they took his money too. Maybe they froze his account. Let's see here. Biba says, from Google disclosure and barring service, a DBS check is a record of a person's criminal convictions and cautions. So cautions might be included, right? For something like a grave allegation. Yeah, possibly, right? She got tired of Desmond and his wife manipulating her. She did. Of Desmond and his wife manipulating her. She did? Oh, that's what happened? Okay, so I'll see if I can catch that part. Anyone that was accused you can't work in some places anymore is true. Okay, yep, I think that's true. Let's see. Maybe they needed to humble him because he was threatening to reveal her secret to her family members and return the child to Nigeria. Toby, you might be onto something, Toby and Tribe. You might be on to some. It doesn't exonerate bad behavior. Don't commit paternity fraud. If you do paternity fraud, you belong in hellfire. But Toby, you are onto something here. Maybe they needed to humble him. Humble him from what? Because he was threatening to reveal her secret. We know there's at least almost a 2-month gap between when a child was born and the arrest. That's just one possible thing he could be doing in that period of time. Instead of honorably buying out and saying, hey, oh my God, my life, I have the rest of my life ahead of me. Just go in the corner and cry, because this has got to be tough for a man to go through, right? This kind of level of betrayal, right? Just go in the corner and cry and say, okay, God, I know you have a plan for my life, but I'm going to let this woman go. But this is a lot. Why? Because I don't have the capacity to trust her. I can't trust her, right? Or, and that will be some kind of kindness to himself, right? But not just to himself, even to the lady, because if that lady stay in that problem, if that lady stay in that situation in the name of forgiveness, you never see anything yet.
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. All right.
Wait. We haven't finished. Let's keep going.
Oh, she was now like, and in this report when she give police, she add the DNA. Now when my brother and the lawyer did this, they can't tell police everything. So even then they were like, met police were like, this kind of matter be this ejaculation.
That sounds like a Nigerian police, not a Met police. Met police, like, it's like that day when Nigerian people came out and said, Met police said they are tired of Nigerians reporting, Nigerian women are reporting their husband. Met police are tired of Nigerian people. Somebody came and told us that here, right? Nigerian people, we know they carry last anywhere we go. That sounds like the same description. Met was like, which kind of matter be this? It's like you're in an emergency room in Yankee and you're like, another person's legs has opened. How many legs have been opened today because of a what you call it, a motorcycle crash? After all, they know they have crash for Yankee. The motorcycle know they crash into cars in Yankee. Cars don't have accident. Everything is perfect in Yankee. Like in the emergency room, they're like, another legs has opened today. Something is going wrong somewhere. It sounds like a Nigerian police, but let's just leave it alone, okay? They're telling us a story here.
Without as in consent for ejaculation. All right. So, but bottom line, especially in a married couple. So, let me move forward.
This of a married couple thing he's very, very particular about it. Like, this kind of thing is impossible. It should not be happening. There is no such thing as marital grape. This is a Nigerian man talking. It's okay. It's all right.
Forward. Time no deep. So, eventually, it was even. So what we now know is that it was even the Desmond himself that sent the report to police. That got her a lawyer, sent the report to police. Now, as they were doing that one, have they granted him bail? Investigation is still going on. They not told her that, see, this two don't do your husband, so you don't lose your job. This thing, ain't go remove you from a visa. This is what we will not do. They started planning how she will get asylum. So that okay, they will apply for asylum for her. They will add that. They came up with something that they apply for housing from housing council too. Then they said something very, very, very crazy that she will have to fake a phone call with somebody in Nigeria. Now she will record this phone call, and then this phone call, the person will shout, say, "Shebi, now you go report our brother to police. Anything make you come Nigeria, we go kill you." This was what they were contriving as evidence they will use to apply for asylum.
So no matter what we're thinking here, Desmond and the girlfriend, I mean the wife and the auntie, they are ahead of all of this. They're like, you know what? Let's cook this. Okay. No, this guy is not threatening us, but let's create a story where he is threatening us. You know, we can't really catch him when he's threatening us because he's such a calm, kind, nice man. It's very hard to catch him. So let's cook the whole thing all the way through, right? So let's get somebody in Nigeria to call us and say, hey, now you did it. So they will now record that as a threat. They will add it to part of the case. Let's keep going.
And we know this because she confessed it. Because the matter on which we're getting to it. Can you imagine how crazy, how sinister people can be.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bottom line is that even when my brother was living in the streets, living on the streets, looking for money, doing all sorts of work just to this thing, they were still contriving, thinking of more ways. And then she, let's say she decided, I don't.
So after they've accused him already and he's dealing with all of this case, they are like thinking ahead. They're like, this guy is going to come back and destroy you. Let's just get rid of him. Yeah, let's just get rid of him. Okay, and let's do it the old-fashioned way. I'm a pasarani. You won't. Let's not go the obvious stuff. Let's,
I don't know. She started seeing something sinister. Why husband and wife they more interested in seeing our own marriage end, even after the man does say Ingo continue the marriage.
He say, why are you guys concerned about my matter more than me? Kilo de go no. Why are you more concerned about my issue more than me? Here's a bottle of water. Why do you want to give me? Why do you want to give me a bottle of water? Excuse me, guys. Why do you want to save me?
At some point, she said she needed to do again, and then she went to the police and withdrew the charges, and then called him and told him she has dropped the charges and confessed and told him everything that I'm not telling someone.
See, I told you I missed all of that. So she now confessed because she started to feel some type of way about Desmond and Desmond's wife.
For the things I'm not telling you. That's where we are. That's where we are.
Oh God.
And it's sad because this man has lost his job. He has lost his job.
Now, can she go back and confess? And they can create some kind of affidavit, go to the court and file paperwork and say there was a confession, so he can actually get exonerated and get his job back. Is this possible? For those of you who are in the abroad, you can tell us, is it possible? Can that happen? I know a lot has been messed up. Like, for example, this man's ability to trust, not just her, but any woman is probably tampered with at this point. Let's keep going.
His DBS has been updated. Remember now, police no drop the charge. Now she go withdraw the charge. What that means is that India.
Let me just say this to all our Nigerians that are not abroad, that are still at home. Okay, Oyinboto she pencil, Onlo she resa. Okay, never mind what you might have heard. Oyinboto she pencil, Onlo she resa, but also the process can be quite long and frustrating.
I heard maybe they settled out of court, but in the record, it's still there say he was accused of rape. It is insane. It is fucking insane, guys. Right? Look at the extent people go. The extent people go. And it's so sad that these false rape allegations is making it hard for even real victims to come out and speak. When they are not real victims, nobody will answer them. Why are you people doing this? Why are you people doing this? So this is where we are. This is where we are.
That's where we are.
Of course, we're taking legal action against Desmond, Sci-Fi, and even the wife. That's where we are. You have ruined my brother's life, destroyed his reputation, fucked up his mental health. He's a total mess right now. He's a total mess right now. Even when they make this video, I'm a total mess. I cannot believe that people have the heart to sit down, to contrive these machinations, this wickedness. It is insane. It is fucking insane.
Oh God. Anyway, that's that story, guys. That's the story. So now I'm gonna have my take. Okay, I'm gonna take my take on it. Let's see here. All right, so I have a few questions to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, but let me come to the chat real quick. Shout out to Nikki, shout out to Gigi, shout out to Oluremi, shout out to Life with Natu, shout out to Mary, shout out to Biba, shout out to Toby and Tribe, shout out to, who else do we have here? Marriott, shout out to Marriott. Anyway, shout out to everybody watching. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. I'm going to pay some bills and I'll be right back. This is Ola, man of prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number One Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so I had somebody texting me, so I wanted to answer them real quick. So I did that. So let's get back to the show. So I have a couple of questions. Please interact with some of these questions. I will use them as a point of discussion. But I have a question. I have a couple of polls, if you will, to gauge where you guys are with this story. Okay. Who pays the price for this secret? Obviously, this is a big secret that somebody have been living a secretive lifestyle, right? Who pays the price for this secret, in your opinion? The husband, one, or the wife? Okay, I'm going to leave that on the screen for, let me see, about 60 seconds and then I'll come back to it. Okay. Now, the major part about this, what I've seen a lot of people do now, first of all, the response I've been seeing across social media about this is that it is your brother's fault. That's what everybody has been saying. Okay. Majority is like, for example, somebody said, I blame your brother though. He ignored too many red flags. Somebody said, now waiting intentional man, they see be that too. So intentions. Obviously, if you're part of the Prestige family, which all you have to do is just subscribe, you become a part of the family. If part of Prestige family, good intentions are good, especially for you. But good intentions are overrated. You need more skills beyond just your good intentions when you are interacting with other human beings. Okay. Somebody says silence is golden. In the first place, he shouldn't have shown her that he had done a DNA test on the child. He could have simply traveled with her to Nigeria for the holidays and left her there. I don't think can they travel in the middle of filing for paperwork when somebody's a dependent and somebody is the stay? I don't know. But usually, at least, they don't have that kind of money to be traveling around. He should have traveled there, left her there, then returned to the UK and removed her from his visa. Okay. Somebody say, your brother forgive past Jesus. Oh. All right. So I say, everybody, every day you wake up to see different marital issues, and as you get older, you will learn to take the prayer point for a good partner very, very serious. Not out of desperation, but because your eyes have seen things you don't want to experience in marriage. We can't argue with that. If na man run this kind of thing now, the woman go turn content creator. Give us episode 1 to 50 million. Oh, and Nikki said the husband is going to pay the price. Okay. Mara says, sounds like the brother was always trying to keep a woman that didn't really want him. The brother, right? The brother. Yeah. Yeah. It's probably a pattern somewhere. Shout out to Duchess. Say good day, Uncle Ola and fam. Good day to you. I don't know why you're calling me your uncle, but auntie to you too. Like to say one. To be until say one. The only antidote is to keep away from, what is it? From trouble. What does that mean? That one I follow. The guy don't learn Leon the hard way. Gigi is still like, wait. All of this happened within last 2-3 weeks. Let's leave that timeline thing alone. Okay. Let's leave it alone. I have another question for you. Okay, so I think most people are saying the husband will probably pay the price for this. I think they both pay a price for this evil act. If it was Nollywood movie, you're right. Okay, if it was a Nollywood movie,
You're right.
everybody will pay a price for it. The evildoers also will pay a price for it. But you might say, well, that's fair. They are the evildoer. Maybe, but we can only see what we can see. But let me look at this second question for you, ladies and gentlemen. Should laws protect him or her? See, the laws are not perfect, right? Should laws protect him or her? Him, put a 1. Her, put a 2. While we're doing that, I'm going to keep going through the comments, okay, on Gossip Mill TV. This person says his mistake was to keep forgiving her. He should have ended that marriage from the onset. May she go meet her married lover. So the real question is that why would someone like this not end such a marriage from the onset? That's where me and you can learn from. Why would someone like this not end such a marriage at the onset? My personal suspicion is that he was holding these atrocities over her head and, yes, threatening her or using it against her, basically holding her hostage. Okay, you might even say he's justified to do that. The question is that really a wise thing for him to be doing? Could he put himself in the harm's way by holding such a person hostage against their will, right? Or holding or dangling that type of behavior over their head? Because a lot of people will say they're forgiven, but they will keep bringing up the issues, right? Is that really a wise thing to do? Do you help yourself doing that? Because if we believe this story, then that means this story can happen to you. Why would you want to do that to yourself? He's kind, is calm, is nice. Somebody said it was kind. I'm like, that's not kindness. Any kindness that does not start with being kind to yourself is not kindness. There are deeper problems there. Okay? And those problems are usually not highlighted in a Nollywood movie. Because in Nollywood movie, there's only one person that will die, the bad guy. In real life, everybody will die. Nigerian people know they like to hear that.
They use your function to play.
You will not die, but you will live in Jesus' name. Amen. I'm just saying one day we will go old and grow old. 120, 130. Nigerian people say 135, 140. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Continue.
Yeah. Pay attention to where we're going here. Kindness is not kindness. It's a fake kindness if it doesn't start with self-love, self-respect. Have some self-respect. There's exception to every rule, of course, right? But make sure you know what you're doing. If you're going to swim against the trend, make sure you know what you're doing so that you won't drown. Somebody said Desmond is a bad boy. Your brother is a cool guy. Another person used another word, a cool guy. Cool guys always think that's all it is. God, just have a good character. Shout out to Uncle Beno. Uncle Beno said, if you haven't seen that video from yesterday, go and watch it. It was a good conversation between me and Uncle Beno about predictability. He was talking about predictably good character. I agree with him on that. But there's some caveats there. Go and watch the show from yesterday's show. Don't miss it. All right. Good character. A lot of us with good character, we think that's all it takes. Just have a good character and boom, you will live happily ever after. Exactly like Nollywood movies. They don't tell, it's only 2 hours in those movies. They don't tell us the rest of life. Oh. Be careful. I'm not asking you to have bad character, by the way. Just FYI, just in case I need to tell somebody. I'm not asking you to have bad character. Okay, you should have. That's the baseline. That's a bare minimum. That's where you should start from. Good character, of course. But I want you to know, grown men and grown ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna need more than just good character. That's just where it starts from. Like, for example, you're going to need to learn some self-love and self-respect. It's not necessarily something that our parents taught us. Our parents taught us, do unto others what you would like them to do to you. Our parents taught us, like, love your neighbor as yourself. But they tend to forget that yourself part. as yourself. Wait, that means I have to first of all know how to love myself so I can compare how I love my neighbor. No, just love your neighbor. Okay, just go out of your way to love your neighbor. Just be kind, even if it means sacrifice yourself. All right, so for most of you that are on this show today, I promise I know you're a good person. I know you're a good person. So I don't have to teach you how to be a good person. But while my what I want to share with you is that you need more than just being a good person. For example, the granular details that go into when to know to pick yourself first. For example, it doesn't have to be a permanent decision. Okay, it might be a temporary decision. At least take some time off. If somebody commits such a level of betrayal against you, you need to take some time off to process what is going on. Because even whatever you think you were logically thinking at that moment is not logical. It has to have destroyed you completely, destroyed your chances at relationships of any type. You can't trust anybody anymore. Anyway, let me come back to this question because I would like to round up on time today, actually. So the question that I asked is, what did everybody say? Should the law protect? Law should protect. What was it again? Should laws protect him or her? I think the people that say one, right? The husband, of course. I guess. But guess what? In real world, outside of Nollywood movies, the law protects everybody. These are the things that are not so obvious. I'm pointing out for you. The laws literally protect everybody. It's designed to protect everybody, and it is not perfect. And it probably would never be perfect. And we don't want it to get to a place where people get complacent and they think it's perfect. Our society is evolving, and the laws will continue to receive amendments. I'm just here to point out the reality for you. The reality is that the law protects everybody. So if you don't get evidence,
You go explain because no evidence.
And some of these things, like for example, domestic abuse of any type, is very hard to collect evidence for it. So you're going to need more skills than just having a good character, just in case you end up in a situation where there's no evidence. Like, for example, a lot of men will tolerate domestic violence from a woman, and then they'll come and they tell us a story later on, like, there's no evidence. Why did you stay in that? Why am I asking you, why did you stay? Shouldn't the woman behave? See, you think we're still in a Nollywood movie. Why don't you remove yourself before you ask that question? Remove yourself, or give them a pink letter. Is that what they call it? Pink slip or yellow slip, something, to kind of take some time off so that everybody can settle. Your day, make a day by day, right? Why? Because you're like, divorces. I don't want my story to become divorce story again, too. At the detriment of your safety. I don't want, my parents were together for the long life. I don't want to be the story. Really? Your parents forgot to tell you that safety first? Okay. I know. And how many Nollywood movies are out there about safety? No, there's endurance. What are you enduring? Marriage is to be enjoyed. Never mind what any weirdo is telling you out there. Marriage is a place for happiness. Yes, we already know that every day is not going to be happy. We get that. That's just life. But don't let anybody tell you that you should go and be enduring marriage. If you endure it, the other person might not endure it. You come back here and cry to me. I'll be nice, but you could not collect already. Anyway, let me ask the next question. This is a very important question. Think very carefully about this question. Is this lady evil or just scared? Evil, 1 for evil, 2 for scared. Answer in the chat. In the comments, somebody said your brother saw the sign and still go ahead. Sorry, bro. He must forgive her again, as Jesus that said he is. Someone said he must forgive her again, So, but why are you shaming the victim? You're victim shaming or victim blaming. That's what you get out of this. First of all, I'm not talking to the victim. I'm talking to you. Okay? I'm talking to you. If you're not kind to yourself and you're kind to other people, you're deceiving yourself. I just want you to know that right now. I know peace. Okay?
You people should rename your brother to forgiveness. Your brother Namugun. That's not nice. That's not nice. Another person, your brother Namugun. The signs already there. Masio.
You are a mumu man.
All right, so is this lady evil? Somebody say one. Somebody say one. Autopian Trip says, I think so. She might do what the Houston woman from yesterday did too. Luremi says, both. Nati says, I'm feeling bad for Desmond's wife because that woman is coming for her husband next. You guys are not feeling Desmond, huh? All right. I chose to believe the storyteller today. Okay. There are other days I might just take a nosedive. There are like 50,000 other sides I can see to this story right here. But I'll give you guys a hint. Okay. There's too many nice, kind, calm people that are manipulative and abusive. Okay. In fact, they will dangle that over your head and they will use that to hold you hostage, and they can potentially destroy themselves, which is why I'm telling them, calm down without your kindness. Okay. So I won't be surprised if this guy has sat down in the house, claimed to have forgiven this lady, but continue to punish her. Does she deserve punishment? I guess you could say yes. Does that have to be you? No, it doesn't have to be you. Look at the situation that's going on right now with Harris in Nigeria, right? Should Harris be the one in the streets trying to pay ransoms to bandits to release people? Is he professionally trained to do that? No, you're not professionally trained to be saving people. Yes, that includes your wife and your husband. If they are not healthy, it's okay to take a temporary break to figure out what is going on. Like you're not in 1960. Take a break. You might conclude that you don't want to go back there anymore. You might conclude that, yes, there's something to fix here. But at least you'll be making a decision from a clear mind. Okay? So the real answer, in my opinion, is actually both. Okay? Evil and scared. I mean, she committed an evil act. I mean, we can't justify cheating, stealing, and lying. There's nothing to justify in cheating, stealing, and lying and fraudulent behaviors. There's nothing to justify there. Me and you already know that part. Okay? We already know that lesson since they were teaching us in primary school. Right? We have songs to back these things up. The part that me and you don't know that we struggle with is our relationships, where you end up with a person that the devil might use 1 or 2 days out of a lifetime. Sometimes the person the devil is using is you. Oh no, I'm always innocent. I'm never evil. No. I'm never evil.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, right. You're right. Let me ask the next question so we can round up real quick. Quick question, ladies and gentlemen. Does marriage mean always yes? The accusation has sparked a big debate on social media, right? As you notice, that man kept saying between husband and wife, that happened. That's almost seemed like that was a major issue for him. Between husband and wife. No ejaculation. First of all, the ejaculation stuff is weird. I will need to hear the rest of that story, but I'm just going to leave it alone. All right. No ejaculation. No consent to ejaculation, but there's consent to sex. All right. Oh no. Okay. We know there are Sex Offences Act in most modern world. There might be a note somewhere. Sometimes they will add additional notes, maybe as part of the story, the statement they made, but it just the idea that somebody explicitly is asking for agreement on precisely a consent on precisely, it's possible they might have a note somewhere. Okay, but here's my question for you. Does marriage mean always yes? Put a 1 in the chat if you think yes. If you think no, put a 0 in the chat. Marriage means always consent. You agree? Put a 1 in the chat. You disagree? Put a no in the chat. I want to know. Right? Is there such a thing as marital rape? That's what I'm asking. You think yes, there is? Put a 2 in the chat. You think no, there's no such thing? Put a 1 in the chat. An average Nigerian man that I've seen having this conversation, they think no, there's no such thing. I'm talking about that I've seen. Don't count me as data, okay? I am not the data. I am not the data. That's just what I've seen in some of these conversations since COVID, since I've been inside of this kind of conversations in COVID. What y'all think? I'm looking at the comments here. Somebody say a friend was raped by her husband, was able to record sound clip on phone. She filed a police report. They came and got the evidence. Within 2 weeks, they instead arrested her for a false report. Had to take the trial. So I said, oh my gosh, that happened here? That's horrifying. Was this before the law was in effect? Okay, so this is clearly a new thing. So in a marriage is the question. Within a marriage, does marriage mean always yes? Meaning there's always consent. There's a expressed consent by marrying a person. You don't have to say it in words. That person always have a right to your body, They always have a right to your body. If you disagree with that, put a 0. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Just look at the words on the screen. Put a 0. If you if you disagree with it, put a 0. If you agree that always yes, put a 1. Let me analyze this one very well. Does your 2 mean 0? I think you mean 0, right? Okay, I'll take the 2s as 0. Sorry, that's my fault. Duchess says 0. It doesn't always mean yes. So you guys are just disrespectful to the Bible. The Bible says, like BW, the Bible says. Let me read it for you. Wait, where is it? Where is the Bible? 1 Corinthians 7:4. The Bible says the wife does not have authority over her own body, but yields it to her husband. In the same way, the husband does not have authority over his own body, but yields it to his wife. Most men are like, of course, I agree with that. Hello, of course, I agree. Now, let me read this short excerpt to you. The argument against marital rape. This verse is often cited as the most radical statement of equality. equality in the poto. I can't believe they use that word, equality. The argument against marital rape. This verse is often cited as the most radical statement of equality in the New Testament regarding physical intimacy. It states that both the husband and the wife have equal authority over the other's body. The logic is that if a husband were to force sex, he would be violating the same principle of shared authority and self-giving that applies to him. No, that's not what the Bible said. It said no, does not have authority over his own body, but yields to his wife. The authority is mutual and reciprocal, not one-sided or a means of command. But it's an authority. But the authority is on 2 sides. But why do we need authority then if it's going to be 2 sides? This confusion is confusing me. What is going on here? All right, so that's one. But also, I think there's another one here. This one, 1 Corinthians 7:5. We're not doing Bible study. I'm just quoting what many of our brothers like to quote on this. Do not deprive each other except perhaps by mutual consent. Don't deprive. This is the part right here. The first one is authority, two-way authority. You kind of confuse me. What do you mean two-way? Who has the authority? Okay, you have authority over your other person's body, and then the other person has over the body. But this one says, do not deprive each other, except perhaps by mutual consent and for a time, so that you may devote yourselves to prayer. Wait, what? Then come together again, so that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control. Now, the argument against marital game, this verse is a powerful reference for consent. Consent to being in the mood. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. If a couple must use mutual consent, it's a mutual consent. Agree together. But what if the other person disagree? They have authority over the body. Even to temporarily stop having sex, you must ask for consent, even for spiritual reasons like prayer. Then it logically follows that sexual activity itself must be governed by mutual consent in the first place. Consent if you are going to be in the mood, right? The key takeaway, the standard set for abstinence is mutual agreement. So even the Bible, I don't know if I think it's an interpretation, okay? Because some people are saying, nah, I do not agree with any of this. Confusion. Can we just agree that whoever is arguing on whichever side is just being selfish? Let me see what Duchess said. Duchess is saying something. Let's see. Wait, before Duchess, Toby says, what if I am not turned on? Will Bible turn me on? Yes, because you respect the Bible. Because the Bible has authority over you now. He said, turn yourself on because the Bible said so. Duchess said, Ogola, it is true, but in cases of health and tiredness, it is important to understand that when she doesn't want it, there could be a reason. Understand that there could be a reason. What if his understanding is that I have authority and I'm in the mood and she just let me? After all, it doesn't hurt you. Does it hurt or doesn't hurt? I'm with you, Duchess. It's when it becomes constant thingy, then there is a problem that needs to be resolved between both parties. Yeah. See, the thing is that there is a problem in society. There's an epidemic. 15 to 20% of marriages are in sexless marriages. Yes. 15 to 25% actually of marriages, depending on where you are in the world, they're in sexless marriage. Some people go 8, 9, 10 years without being intimate with each other. They've normalized it. They would rather not deal. It's like, whatever, I'm just here for my children. It is what it is. There are many people like that. But the reality is that there's always one person that is impacting in a very, very bad way. Okay. I would even argue that it's impacting everybody. But, some people can actually normalize nonsense, and they'll get used to it. They think they can tell themselves lies and actually believe the lie. Not some people, all of us can do that. Okay, so I'm with you on that. So that's why we're talking about this. The reality is this, okay? Sex is a function of attraction. I don't know about 1960. I never lived in 1960. Okay, I was born in 1979. In 2025, it's a function of attraction. I don't care what your mother did in 1975. I wasn't there. You probably weren't there. Okay, it's a function of attraction. Okay, if a person no one do, they no one do. Now, if you have some self-respect, you no go one do. If you lack self-respect, you go to explain.
You go explain because no evidence.
You go to explain. No evidence. And yes, you can potentially get in trouble because there are laws. No matter in our culture, Baba, that your culture where you used to marry, you better pocket them right now. The world you live in, the jurisdiction you live in is going to be the law in effect. And you as a man should know that. You should know that you shouldn't play such games with your freedom. The little freedom you have left to figure out what is going on with your wife or her libido or her attraction level towards you, you go use and play. I'm going to do shalaye. Let's just look at reality. Never mind what I think. I'm just telling you what it's reality.
You go explain because no evidence.
No evidence. The little freedom you have left, I know you right now, Blue Balls is a bastard. I feel you. But but don't do that to yourself. Have some self-respect. Have some self-respect. Don't go and be using Bible to argue nonsense. Don't do that to yourself. There's no argument around this. There's no, but you are married. The Bible said what? If there's no attraction, everything right and wrong goes out the window. If they don't feel like doing it, they don't feel like doing it. The same thing will be true for you. Remember, you like silent treatment. No, it's just a time off so you can cool off. Yes, that usually means it has an impact on the other person too. The reality is that marriage is real life. There will be moments like that. But being able to pick the pieces back up together is what makes you a leader, including you ladies. You're also leaders in your own right. So instead of sulking and sobbing and looking for Bible verses to justify nonsense, why not use some emotional intelligence? Why does she not want to have sex with me? That's a better question. It's a question. It's open-ended. It's not a rhetorical question. Find the answers to that question. It could be sickness. It could be a moment in time. It could be work. It could be she's always been that way. You didn't pay attention. There's also solutions for that, right? Whatever it is. Oh, let me shock you before I leave. There are women suffering from sexless marriages too. Their husband refused to have sex with them. They don't know why. They also refuse to ask proper questions. When they ask questions, they don't want an answer for it. They've concluded they have the answer for it. The answers are never good. They are usually accusatory. They're usually the other person is the enemy and the devil is using them, but yet they stay there. Yeah.
Not be juju be that.
So we're saying the same thing, coaches. It's the same thing. Semantics. Emotional connection, attraction, all of that. Bottom line is that there's something deeper than surface level rules and regulation from the Bible. Right? When you establish connection with the person, and sometimes that can come low. It can come from a scale of 1 to 10, from 7 to like 3. And they can't always explain it. They just know they feel some type of way and they don't want it that day. It can happen on both sides. If you're a grown person, ask questions and be ready to explore for some answers. Don't assume the answer. Don't conclude on the answers off of your feelings because your butt hurts because you're not getting none. Don't make conclusions from that place because you will be wrong instantly. Take your time to explore why. Once you find the answer, guess what? It becomes a weapon, a good weapon that you can use for the rest of your life so that you can get some every time you want some. But if you don't do that, you get stuck like everybody else. Like I said, it's a pandemic. It's everywhere. The loudest people on social media are people that are not getting sex. Why do you think they're always on social media 24/7? I'm going to leave you guys with that. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. You know me, 2 hours. That guy helped me talk a little bit. B. Demiolaba helped me in the beginning, but I can't talk more than this by myself. Shout out to you. I appreciate you guys for being here today. Sunday, I'm probably, it depends. I'll see if I can make it here tomorrow. But if we have something good to talk about, if I'm in the spirit, we'll be here. But do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. I'll be right back very, very soon.
This is Ola, Man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoy this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife, Lola, and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number 1 Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.